What's that? You want to run some low level? Of course you do, because you're a leg end. I think it's got a plus 6G limit. Should we get it amongst it? Let's do this. Let's do it, baby doll. Aye, aye. Come on, bears. Oh, you can hear the airframe crackling. Okay, I'm up around the limit. I'm up around the limit. Okay. F***ed it. F*** my jet right up. Okay, welcome back to Fast Performance there. My name's Tim Davies, and today what we're going to do is we're going to jump in Microsoft Flight Sim with the PIMAX Crystal light headset that I've been using for about 3 or 4 weeks. Now, caveat this, guys, this was sent to me by PIMAX, and I'm actually talking with a woman called Stephanie over there who is very open. So if you want to know anything about this headset, write to PIMAX. They're really open about it. They are really open, more open than I would be if I was selling a headset like this. They seem to be a company that really want to get this right. I'm not just saying it because I was sent with it, guys. I've also got over here, by the way, that I've been flying for a long time, a Reverb G2 that I bought myself long time ago. I normally buy everything myself, but they literally just sent me this headset. I didn't like this at first, and I ended up liking it quite a lot. Remember, with the G2, you have this kind of sweet spot in the middle. You can widen it out if you use OpenXR, all that kind of jazz, guys. With the Crystal Light, that is solved now. That goes away. The whole thing is pretty crystal clear. Now, let me put one of these away. We're going to do a video today purely using that Crystal Light headset in Microsoft Flight Sim, and we're going to fly an aircraft called the Zilin, which is a standard airplane in Microsoft Flight Sim. Now, little pussycat, it looks like that. That's what it pretty much is, a light utility aircraft. I know nothing about this. I don't fly light aircraft. I used to fly jets, of course, and I haven't really flown since I left the Air Force about 5 years ago. So what I've got here is something called a piece of paper and also a pen. And what we're going to do is we're going to make some very quick notes from the pilot's notes or the manual, enough to get us airborne. This is what I do for every aircraft I fly, guys. I'm going to run my clock here for 5 minutes, and I'm making these notes now. What I will say is, depending on how long this video is, either fast forward this segment or I'll fast forward it myself. But I will tell you the information I'm writing. Now, before we do that, we need to look at the cockpit. And the reason I do this is because I just need to know kind of what instrumentation I have in here. You can see it's pretty much Fisher-Price, my first airplane, isn't it? But the other thing is as well, is it looks like the airspeed is in kilometers per hour there, and that's important for us because when I look at the pilot's notes, I'm really going to have to make sure that I'm kind of working out what that is. What else we got there? Oil pressure, oil temp, some other stuff, RPM. There's not much in this. It's a simple aircraft. We're going to go to Alaska, and we're going to fly it on this headset here. And I'm going to actually use the headset, and I'll keep myself in this initially, this little world here. This little world here, I'll keep myself in it initially, and then hopefully what I'll do later is I will get rid of this little bubble here and just fly in the aeroplane. We're going to explore, and I'm going to tell you how I feel about the headset in comparison to the G2. Let's run the clock. Okay, I've got the manual then. Really, I'm just going to have a quick look through it. Obviously, I'm going to do an overview, preview, in-view, review on this. I'll talk to you about how I look through a manual like this in record time. I've got my alarm set for 5 minutes. I'm going to hit that now. As I said, you don't have to be here for that. You can skip through all 5 minutes. I'll probably start talking about the basics and then fast forward the rest. Clock runs. Okay, so I'll set about 5,800, 55, 5,000 RPM is a good one. 5,000 is good. Throttle open. Yep. Oh, okay, and there we are. That's all I've got. I've got nothing else. No time. No time. Because my thing's going off, innit? Let's go flying. All right then, so here we are on our little aeroplane, guys, and you should be able to have a look around here. I'm just going to jump in, center my view. We'll have a look at the cockpit. Early morning light, so I thought it would be quite nice for that, you know what I mean? But we'll get airborne, fly a bit of a route, and then come back. Not too long. We'll just have a look. And I just want to talk to you about the headset more than anything. So let's just go through. Let's have a look. Stick does move. Do controls move? Yes, I can see them moving. So when my stick goes right, right goes up, left goes down. Stick goes left, left goes up, right goes down. That's good. That's all attached. I'm looking for my flap. The flap does not seem to be down. So I'm going that. There we go. No, that's fully down. That is good. Takeoff flap there. Rudder pedals work. Eek, 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 eek. Now look at the cockpit. The resolution is a May. Center view, spacebar. So where are we, basically? Because I can't see anything over the nose. Oh, there we are. We've got short field takeoff. Oh, there's some trees at the end there. They're pretty scary, aren't they? I've never flown this airplane before. I have no idea what's going on. I'd have that window open for a start. Right, let's have a look then. So we're going to be landing to 500 feet. Got that. Happy it is in kilometers per hour. We're going to climb at 100. Right, let's hit power coming on. Just get airborne, Davies. That's it. Power going forward, off the brakes, rolling. Stick back. I'm assuming. Stick coming forwards. I think she's flying already. My goodness me. Get the nose down. I want it to accelerate. Engine failure after takeoff. Well, there isn't one really. It's going to die. There you guys, all right. 100 knot there. Let's get it up then. Get that climb up. Best rate of climb is 100 knots. Missed it by 10 knots because looking at some building. Engine failure after takeoff. Into the trees then to be bare food, I guess. Flaps can come up. There we go. That was by 116. Readjust the attitude then. Obviously quite draggy there. And now we're just cruising. Let's maintain this climb at 100 knots if I can sort my power, attitude, trim equals performance out. And we'll head over to that river over that lake over there, shall we? I'll start a bit of a turn. See if I can get some sunlight on this and start turning the other way. Just see if we get some sunlight on the dash, then we'll start talking about... There we go, that's nice. Let's start talking about the clarity of this headset. This headset then, as you know, probably from obviously watching this video because you're interested in it, is 35 ppd, 35 pixels per degree. The one I was using before, the G2, up here somewhere, I can't find it, it's on the wall, guys, was 22 ppd, and then the Quest 3 is 25. So you can see when I look at these things, I'm getting so much more detail. Now remember, a lot of YouTubers, if that's what I am now, having flown military fast jets for 20 years, I'm now a YouTuber, it's a bit weird. They will fly in track IR and they will tell you they're flying in VR, which is why I've left my little window up here so you can see that I'm flying in the actual headset itself, stretching it across, which means you're going to lose some resolution. So when you look at this, you're like, oh, that's not very clear, Tim. It's not very clear because you're losing that resolution because I'm stretching it across and I'm recording it through OBS, I think it is, and you're going to lose that. I'm going to level at 3,000 feet, checking my fuel, looks all right, no idea what I'm doing. I've got a sunroof. And then we'll just accelerate ourselves, get the attitude, Davey. So the attitude there, just underneath edge of the coaming there, it should hold 100 knots, resetting. Power, attitude, trim equals performance. There's the power set, trim set. Hands are off the controls now. And she's flying all right, isn't she? So make sure you trim her out all times. Leveling off then for 3,000. We'll hold 3,000. We'll head up there. I think there's a valley up there. We'll go up that valley at low level and then we'll go back into the airfield we took off from. Leveling off now. About there. Set the visual attitude. Off on the power. I'm going to fly about 160 knots. Trimming out, holding that trim down because it's got a lot of trim. There we go. 160's there. Back on the power now. Resting the engine. Top of climb checks. Fuel then. Set of power there, about 4,200. Fuel, I've got some. I don't know what's going on there. Coming right, good look out. Enough to get home probably, because I haven't got a clue what this jet's doing with fuel. Oh, whatever it's called. Oxygen, well, we're not using oxygen. These are obviously fast jet checks. Engine, well, I've got about 4,500 set. That's given me about 160 kilometers per hour, which is not bad. And location, yeah, well, I'm heading towards this big water thing. From the water thing, I'm going to kind of go northish. Compass over there is that valley. Up the valley at low level, we're going to pop up and over my shoulders somewhere we're going to see in a minute where we got airborne from. Okay, I don't want this to be too long a flight, guys, because you're going to get bored, and I'm only talking about the headset. So one of the good things about the headset, the clarity is immense. It just is. I don't know how it could be clearer than this. I'm almost 50 now, my eyes aren't as clear as this, so I put this headset on, I'm like, oh, this is clearer than normal life. Dead wing check. Nothing under the dead wing. Actually, technically, the dead wing is that wing now because that's the wing that blanks me going in there. So when I roll out, I need to check this wing. I don't normally fly light aircraft, guys. Haven't flown jets now haven't flown aircraft for 5 years. I'm obviously teaching a flight sim, Shadowlands. Come and join. The last time I flew over Alaska was on exercise Cape Thunder, I believe it was, out of Ilson Air Force Base back in 07. And they gave us a gun, which is a Wolf the PP 7.65 round. 7.65 I think it was. The Americans had some hand cannons and the Germans had whatever they had. And the Americans said, whatever you do, don't shoot a bear with that gun. Because obviously it was for killing bears. And we said, why not? They said, you'll really annoy the bear. And we thought they were joking. We laughed at the Americans. Annoy the bear. They were like, no, don't shoot the bear with that gun. It's not going to do anything. So the Air Force got a bit panicked, went out and bought some bear spray. And the Americans said to us, don't use that bear spray on a bear. We're like, we can't use gun, we can't use bear spray. They were like, that bear is going to use that spray to flavour you. That's all they're going to use that spray for. We'll go down into this valley here. So the Americans are tooled up with their magnums and stuff, and the Germans had everything, and the French had everything, and we had this little Wolf of PP. Let's set descent power. We're going to hold some speed in the descent. Let's come down there. It's an amazing headset. I mean, it's to fly over. How it's enhanced my gameplay of Microsoft Flight Sim is incredible. I never used to like this game. And what I will say about this headset, this is the Crystal Light, of course. That's a bit more power for that, isn't it? Look at this. For the Crystal Light, is it really... I know people talk about the original Crystal with the foveated rendering, was it? So when you moved your eyes around, it followed your eyes around, had a battery pack on your head. I don't need that. This is good enough. This is better than my eyes are in normal life anyway. This is really is good. This for me is just immense. Okay, so we'll clear out to the left then. We're going to follow this river up, guys, just all the way up there. And then we're going to come back up. Our home was over the back there. I think we can just see it in the distance there. So we're going to come around the back of this hill, pop up. Now we're flying into the sun here, which is always dangerous, especially when we used to fly Hawks out of valley. Early morning sorties. We used to make sure the attack runs were obviously not heading east. We didn't want that. Bit of warming as we go down. What's that over there? Let's have a look at this thing over here. Obviously, always thinking about if the engine stops, where am I going to go? Right now, I've got very limited options. Where would you land? Wherever you're going to land, some bear's going to nom you. I thought I'd have a look at this piece of water here. It's an amazing place, Alaska. What you forget, though, is bears are going to eat you and the mosquitoes are going to just annoy the hell out of you and drive you mad. There was a story about a German pilot. I'm getting on now. This is brilliant. About a German pilot who I think he was German, who killed himself after he'd ejected in Alaska because of the mosquitoes. I mean, horrendous, right? It's the most picturesque place. Right, let's go up this valley. RPM is stable, good. We've got a bit of speed on. There we go. Head up to the sun there. We fly along at treetop height, and we just see how the Crystal Light sort of renders these trees. I've got a bit of speed on there. I've got to be careful because above 160 I've got to be careful how I handle this airplane. That's like I rip the wings off, couldn't I? That's looking nice. Okay, let's say we're nicely settled there. Got good airspeed. Have an engine failure now. We are stuck. And now we'll have a look at the trees. Good RPM is set. Looking at the trees. Good definition there. I mean, it could be better. But this is Microsoft Flight Sim. I haven't really tweaked it massively, so I don't really know much about MS Flight Sim. When you're down this low, I guess, I mean, it's still incredible. It really is incredible. Should we do an outside view? Look at us cruising around. Cruising around Legends is what we're doing. Got my cool shades on. This is the coolest little airplane, isn't it? So I think that ridge on the right hand side there, we're going to go over that and we're going to find our little house. Let's get back in the cockpit. So what complaints have I got about this headset then? Power coming on. Let's get a climb on, shall we, and go right. Well, it does sit on the face reasonably well, but you can't pull it away from the face, you know what I mean? I've got to lift the whole thing up like that to look underneath it. Does that make sense? I've got to look the whole thing down. I can't just pull it away from the face. Is that a drama? Not really. I'm trying to find fault in it. It is a bit warm on the head here as well. I think if you're using it for a long period of time, maybe that might be a problem. But let's come right here. But I haven't. Always thinking about engine failure, guys. Now 100 knots, best climb speed to really get over this hill here. Reset the attitude. There we go. And we'll sort of come south, I think it's going to be here. I haven't really flown this airplane before. I think we've got an 80 knot approach into the field. I use full flap. Fuel, we're not very heavy. And we'll land into wind, and then we'll just finish this video. Hopefully it'll be about 10 minutes. There's the lake. So it should be on the nose somewhere. Is that it there to the left? I think it could be, actually. Let's go have a look. Yeah, it could be there, couldn't it? Looks pretty good. We'll find it, won't we? So fuel checks then, yeah, fuel's pretty good, wasn't it? Oxygen, we haven't got any oxygen in this airplane. We're not flying jets anymore. Engine, really good, 4,000 it looks like, giving us a good airspeed, about 150. And location, well, we should be approaching our little home plate, which is, I think, that bit there. If I'm wrong with this, David, you've got yourself lost. And that's a stupid thing to do, isn't it? I could use the map, but men don't use maps. Should we land? We could land here, couldn't we? We could try landing off-site, couldn't we? I haven't tried that already. We could just really quickly land there, then go back to where our little place is. I don't think that's it. Look, you could land there, couldn't you? That's just amazing, isn't it? It's on the backside of a hill though, so it's at slant. It's not as easy as you think to land in something like that. I would have thought. So I'm not going to land there. I'm going to go back and find our house. Oh, there's our house. I think on the left. Look, looks like that house. So we'll fly over it. See if that one or that one there. I didn't notice that on the climb out. So okay, so we cruised up to there. Oh, there it is. There, right down the right wing. See down the right wing there? Let's go and have a look at that then. Now we've got to obviously engine warm. I think we've got something here. We like, is that carb air or something like that? Hot air entry, engine choke, don't know that. So I'm going to land there. So we're pretty high on the approach at the moment. Engine warm. So we'll just do a break. We'll fly a little circuit. Because I want to have a look at their place first, you know, before you land somewhere. Me being an expert bush pilot now. Want to make sure, you know, I'm making the approach correctly. Yeah, you know, making sure everything's cool. No idea what I'm doing. No idea. I'm hot. Not because of the headset, I'm hot, as in airspeed wise. So we've got wind from the west, which is good. That's going to help us out. I'm going to fly a circuit. It was 500 feet high. Let's fly 1,500 feet for a circuit. That's 1,000. So we're going to fly higher than this. We can take a full flap approach. You have to watch the trees. How am I landing in this? I'm not being funny, because the thing about Microsoft Flight Sim, if you come like within a little bit of a tree, look, how are you supposed to? Am I going to have to wiggle this thing in here like this? I'm not going to land off this, but I think I am. I don't think I'm getting in from a conventional approach. Okay, it's not going to be easy. Have I got to land the other way? I might have to land the other way. Let me just have a look at the height of the trees on this approach end here. Let's just have a look, see whether this is a better way to land, guys. But I have a tailwind if I land this way. Let's just go and have a look. So I'm going to simulate. So I'm high, simulate coming on finals. Obviously I haven't got any flap down, just simulating this. Can I land on this? Yeah, I think that's a better approach, isn't it? With the trees. Is that a better approach? I think it's a better approach coming in from this end, to be fair. But they've cut down the stuff there, haven't they? Alright, let's do it this way. 1,500 feet, let's go. I'm going to go that end. I'm going that end. I'm going that end like a boss. Tipping now with a decent headwind. I'm going to take full flap now. Stand by. Flap travels. That's full flap we've got. There's no escape from this one, is there? If you drop this jet short, you're in the trees, mate. Okay. I'm going to land. I'm going to bring the stick back. I'm going to sort of step on the brakes. The sky is quite a long time, this, isn't it? I like doing a base turn here. Get that power back, Davies. That's it. Bit of rudder. Never used to use rudder in jets. That's looking nice. Looking a bit high, but I think I need to be high because of those tree short finals. Oh, this is ridiculous. There's that tree. Look at that tree to the right there. You probably can't see it. I'm threading a needle here. Microsoft Flight Sim loves to kill you if you fly next to a tree like by about half a meter. So I'm coming in. Speed is good. Speed's hot by 4 knots. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Now we're going for it. All right, let's have a look. So I'm hot by 4 knots. Yeah, it's uphill, you see, as well. That really helps. Hot by 2 knots. That's it. Holding it. That's it now. Flaring now. Holding it off. Oh, that's good. Bit of power to keep the rudder. That's it. That's good. I'm going to go up here as well. See if I can turn up here. Come on, mate. Let's go up here. I don't know what I'm doing. No idea. Big jet. Come on. You got it, buddy. There's my boy. You're my boy, Blue. You're my boy. You're my boy. Oh, look at this dude. Yeah, he's waving me in. This how awesome is this. Oh, he's coming this way. Yeah, yep. Oh, yep. Hey. Yes. Look at my boy. Look at my boy there. I didn't know that guy was there. Didn't know he was there. How cool is this? Right, what do I do now? Let's look at it outside. Look at that! I did that! How cool is that? This headset's awesome. How cool is that, guys? I didn't even realize that guy was there. I didn't even know you could do that. I literally learned that for the first time today. Look, there's overhead. Whoa, look at me. I'm so pretty. Let's see if I can shut this thing down. So I go back in. I'm going to turn it off. So let's get the magnetos off. Mags off, keys off. Oh, that's it. 15 minutes. Well, I hope that was all right. 15 minutes. It's probably going to be a 20-minute total video, guys. Oh, we'll turn this off now. Oh, God. It does get a bit hot. I'll give it that. It gets a bit hot. But look, hopefully that was it. About the I'll put some obviously some stuff in the video here as well, comparing it to the G2, things like that. I think it's a pretty good thing. And there's a link down below somewhere. If you want to hit it, it gives you some discount on this headset. So go and hit that link and just go and have a look at the offer. You know, I don't know whether it works for you. I don't know. But I like the headset a lot. I wouldn't say if it wasn't true, guys. You know, they did send it to me. I'm happy to use my G2. But now I've flown with this a bit, you know what I mean? I'm going to stick with this because it's just so much better. We'll do some more flying. We'll go around Alaska, do some more flying. It's going to be absolute comedy. All right, guys, I really appreciate it. Thanks so much. Tim Davies.